Everyone, welcome to my craft room. My name is Wendy Porter and I am the Laptray Crafter, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in North Devon. Today I'm going to make a card using the lovely Hydrangea Hill suite of products. Now let me just bring in the little mini catalogue, and here are some of the cards that are shown as inspiration. Aren't they gorgeous? I love hydrangeas. I wish I could get purple ones, but mine are all pink. But as you can see, you get some lovely pearls, you get some acetate, gorgeous ribbon, and that's in gorgeous grape, a stamp set and some dies, and of course the lovely 12 by 12 designer series paper. So I'm going to use some designer series paper, I'm going to use some of the pearls, some of the ribbon, and I'm going to use some of the dies and stamp. And of course I need some ink. So the colour that I'm choosing today is Highland Heather, of course, my favourite colour. So let me bring in some grid paper just to protect my table, and I've already done some die cutting, and let me just get my stuff ready here. So I've got a card base. This is basic white thick, and this is A6. So that is A4 cut in half and then folded in half to make a A6 horizontal card. Then I've got a piece of basic white that measures 5.5 by 3 3/4, and I've put this through one of our embossing folders, and this one is called Dainty Diamonds. Just give it a little bit of texture, that's all. I've got a piece of designer series paper, and this measures 1 inch by 5.5, and I've got a punched shape which is in basic white as well. Now I've already done some die cutting, and this is one of the dies. In fact, this is two of the dies. Let me just show you. So we've got a long an outline shape of the flowers, and what I did was I die cut it in pear pizzazz, and then I separated it so that because I didn't need this background piece, and then you get a separate die, this one here, that cuts an outline and puts some lovely veins on, and I did that in old olive, and I've when I die cut this, I use some of our adhesive sheet, and I have matted the two together. You see how beautifully they go. So let's get started. This card is going to be a very simple thank you card, and this is going to go across here. But before I glue it, I thought I would do a little bit of stamping on there. So one of the stamps in the set is this lovely little flower, this one here, and I thought I'd use that. So I've got it loaded up onto a tiny block, and I'm going to just stamp randomly all over with Highland Heather, just to give it a little bit again of texture. And whenever I'm stamping, I always like to stamp off where I can. I just think that makes it look like you've created your own designer series paper background. There we go. That's that done. I'll leave my ink open because I will need that for the sentiment. So I'm going to glue this across my card, and I just want to make sure, yeah, that's about right. So I'm going to bring in some liquid glue. Look, even the back is lovely, kind of a washy colour. Oh dear. Oh dear. I obviously left the lid off my glue. There we go, just a splodge of glue. As always, you don't need a lot of liquid glue. Now let me just pop this on here. And I'm using my grid paper just to try and get it straight. And this grid paper can be purchased from my online store, and it's great for protecting your work surface, and you can stamp on it, and it's just great. You will see me use it a lot in my videos, and that's going to go on there. So what I think I might do is I might add some ribbon round. Let's just have a look and see. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So before I glue that to the base card, let me bring in some Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to put run a little bit of tape across the back of my card. So let me just pop that across there, then turn it over. I don't need a great big long end. Don't want to waste the lovely ribbon. And then just fold that over and just snip it off. There we go. Just check that. Oh, that didn't go on very straight, did it? Let's just unpeel that. Straighten it up. There we go, that's better. Lovely. So now I can glue this to my card front. Let me bring in another glue that hopefully is there we go. I'm just going to pop a little bit on the ribbon as well, just to keep that in place. Now I've been playing with the Hydrangea Hill suite a lot this week, and if you follow me on Facebook or on YouTube, you will have seen that I was using it on Saturday for my Stamp and Sip online. You just go over to my blog on www.thelaptraycrafter.co.uk, and you'll be able to see all the cards I made. This week I made 6 cards, mostly stamping, and I think there were 2 that I used the designer series paper. So now the plan is this is going to go on here, and I do need some dimensionals, definitely. So let me just hunt in my box for some dimensionals. I know I've got some in here somewhere. There we go. So that's going to go on there. Am I going to use dimensionals, or am I going to do it flat? No, I'm going to use dimensionals. So, so pop some behind here. Oh, I've just had a little thought. Before I glue this down with my dimensionals, why don't I just add a little bit of colour to the edge of my shape? So I've got here my ink, and this is one of our blending brushes, and I'm just rubbing it very gently into the ink And then I'm just going to come round very, very gently and just add a little bit of Highland Heather to the edge. And it gives a lovely pale outline. I don't want anything too harsh. So there we go. As you can see, very, very pale. Now I can glue that to my card front. I shall pop that there. There. Then I'm going to bring in my leaf. So there's the leaf shape. Oh, and I did have on my desk the top flower. Just bear with me a moment, girls. I've got the flower shape that I'd already die cut out. Now where's that gone? Oh dear. Just bear with me, I will find it. It won't have gone far, I'm sure. Check the floor. Oh dear. I might have to cut another one. Oh, that's annoying. Well, not annoying, but easy to do. So let me just cut another one. So the shape that I need is this die here. And can you see it's got these lovely little die cut flowers. So let me just bring some Highland Heather. And I'm just going to cut this with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which I've got laid out on a separate table here. Oops. Oh, did you hear that? Just managed to drop everything on the floor. There we go. And as you can see, it also die cuts these lovely little flowers, these petals. So all I'm going to do is from the back, I'm just going to push them up a little bit. And I'm using my pokey tool to do it, just to add a little bit of texture. Like so. Okay. Go. Not even going to do them all. I'm just, can you see, it just creates a little bit of texture, and then that's going to go on there. So now I'm laying this out because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little thank you just on there. Now I'm going to use the lovely classic label punch, which is one of my favourites. So what I want to do is I just want to check that that will fit on there. It will. So I shall bring in a scrap of Whisper White, of Basic White. I still keep calling it Whisper White. And I'm going to stamp it in Highland Heather, like so. Just a cute little thank you. Oh, I just noticed I've lost the K off the thank you. Let's do that again. That's better. Now I shall punch it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I want it to go on this side, I'm going to just punch it out so that I get that lovely shape here, and then I'm going to probably cut this off because I'm going to tuck it underneath the leaf. So there we go. So that's going to go on there. So let's glue this all on in place. So I'm going to pop some glue. Now I'm not coming right to the edge of the leaves because, as I just said to you, I'm going to probably stick my sentiment. So that's going to go on there like so. And I think I'm going to stick a dimensional underneath there, under that leaf, just so that it doesn't get squashed in the post. Now, all I'm going to do is lift that, pop that underneath there like so. That's fine. And then my flower head's going to go on there, and I'm going to pop a dimensional. So I'm going to pop that there. So I'm going to pop a dimensional underneath here, like so, and then some glue, some little dobs of glue. Don't want too much, just to adhere it to my punched shape. Like so. Okay, here we go. And then my thank you, I'm just gonna snip a little bit off. And that's gonna pop underneath there, I think. Oh, it's gonna pop, yeah. I'm gonna pop it under, well, I might pop it up here actually. Actually, I think that will look quite cute. It's underneath the leaf where I intended to put it. Let me just see if I can pull that a bit. There we go. That's where I really want it. So I've just added underneath the leaf, and I'm going to add a little dimensional, I think, there. So because it's quite small, I'll add an edge, I think. Just snip a little bit of dimensional, and then I'll pop that underneath there, and then I can lift that off. There we go. And I definitely need to have a bow on there, don't I? So let's have a bow. And I always tie my bows bunny ears method. So make 2 bunny ears, pull it through, make a knot, and then I can just fiddle with the bow size. So, and then I will attach that with a glue dot. There we go. Here's my glue dots. So I'll just find a glue dot. There we go. There's one there. Pop it behind the knot, and then I'll cut that off. lift it off and just pop it on top of my piece of ribbon. There we go. Definitely need to add a few pearls. I think I'm going to use the dark ones or the light ones. I think I'll add the dark ones. So this is the take your pick tool, and I'm just using the putty end to pick up really, really easily. There we go. I always try and do odd numbers if I can. Now that's it, 3. So there we go. There's our card. A nice thank you card. We always need to send thank you cards, don't we? Let's just get that out of the way. All using products from the Hydrangea Hill suite that's in the mini catalogue. All of these products are available from my online store. And if you're interested, pop over to www.thelaptraycrafter.co.uk. I will do a blog post and I'll list the products that I've used. So you've got a handy shopping list should you need one. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.